Skipton, known as the gateway to the Dales. It has many fashionable shops and arcades, and not forgetting the famous Skipton Castle. Skipton Canal is very popular with canal users. We're taking the MC Steam Railway just outside Skipton to Bolton Abbey Station, where it's a 1.5 mile walk to Bolton Priory. We're parked in the Sandholm car park. We're going to take you on a walk, which brings you out at the Cavendish Pavilion. The walk's about a mile. It takes approximately 30 minutes. It is suitable for pushchairs, although the walk is very steep in sections, with some unguarded steep slopes. We set off up to the Memorial Fountain, down to the Priory, over the stepping stones or the bridge, up the embankment, and then follow the path to the Cavendish Pavilion. This wonderful model shows what the Priory would have looked like when it was finished in its heyday. In 1154, a group of black-robed Augustine canons and their prior arrived to occupy land next to the village of Bolton in Wharfdale, made available by Lady Aris de Romilly, the owner of nearby Skipton Castle. They had spent 2 years enduring harsh conditions on higher land in nearby Ensley, until Lady Alice provided land on the site near the River Wharfe, sheltered by the surrounding hills from the worst of the winter weather. They quickly constructed their first shelter of rough stone, later to become Bolton Priory, the Church of St Mary and St Cuthbert. Keighley Steam Railway, the home to many great films, including the famous Railway Children. The Keighley and Worth Valley Railway, star of the 76 classic The Railway Children. The line has ever since been a magnet for visitors. Travel back in time through the Bronte landscape, the inspiration for the Bronte novels. Many of the woolen mills that once stood close to the line have been demolished, but a few remain as reminders that the textile industry was the reason why the line was built. The steep gradient up the Worth Valley from the Keighley terminus has been a challenge for locomotives ever since the line opened on the 15th of April 1867. The sound of a steam engine tackling this climb echoes from the steep sides of the valley, while great clouds of steam and smoke add drama to the scene. Like the railway, the mills relied on coal, and the trains were able to bring hundreds of tons up the valley each week to keep the looms working by steam power. The 5-mile journey is a powerful reminder of our industrial heritage, as well as being a unique way of enjoying the beautiful countryside immortalised by Charlotte, Emily and Anne Bronte. So the famous cobbled hill that leads to the Bronte village on our left. The Brontes. Since 1975, Haworth village has attracted over 1 million visitors each year. Most of them spend only a day when they visit, and British people form the majority. However, there are many visitors each year from such places as the USA, Japan, Canada, Australia and Holland. Why do so many visitors go to Haworth? They go because the Bronte family lived there. Patrick Bronte was born in Emdale, County Down, Ireland. As a young boy, he worked for a linen draper, but later became a teacher, having taught himself to read in 1802. He went to Cambridge University, where he gained a degree in divinity. He held a number of curate's positions before settling in Haworth. It was while he was a curate of Hartshead that he met Maria Branwell, who became his wife on the 29th of December 1812. Patrick Branwell Bronte was born at Thornton on the 24th of June 1817. He was slightly built and had red hair. He was regarded as being very clever. He too had a love of art and literature. He also enjoyed studying maps. He was very popular with the villagers of Haworth and made frequent visits to the Black Bull and the White Lion. And this is it, the famous parsonage where the Bronte family lived. In 1815, Patrick moved from Hartshead to Thornton, and it was there that Charlotte, Branwell, Emily and Anne were born. In April 1820, the Brontes moved to Haworth, where Patrick became the perpetual curate of St. Michael's and All Angels. Maria Bronte died from cancer in 1821 at the age of 39, and Patrick's eldest daughters, Maria and Elizabeth, were taken ill with tuberculosis while away at the Cowan Bridge School. They died within a month of each other in 1825. Charlotte Bronte was born in Thornton on the 21st of April 1816. When she was 4, the family moved to Haworth. She spent 1 year at Cowan Bridge School, but soon after Maria's death, her father brought her back to Haworth. In the autumn of 1848, the weather was cold. Emily caught a chill which developed into consumption. She insisted on carrying on with her household duties, and even refused to see her doctor. Emily died on the 19th of December, 1848. After trying several jobs of his short life, Branwell Bronte returned to Haworth and began drinking heavily. He also took opium, which he bought from the druggist shop in Haworth. His condition deteriorated so much that at the age of 31, on the 24th of September 1848, he died of consumption in his father's arms. Branwell was buried in Haworth Church. Soon after Sister Emily's death, Anne was taken ill with consumption. Charlotte accompanied her to Scarborough, where on the 28th of May 1849, Anne died. She was buried at St Mary's Church, Scarborough, at the age of 29. Anne was the only member of the Bronte family not to be buried at Haworth. When Emily's book, Wuthering Heights, was first published in December 1847, it received poor reviews. Like her sisters, she used a pseudonym and wrote under the name of Ellis Bell, instead of using her own name. Anne's experiences as a governess were evident in her first novel called Agnes Grey, which was published in 1847 under the name of Acton Bell. This was followed by her second novel in 1848 called The Tenant of Whitfield Hall.